Josh Mafia, we are back with another reaction video.
Yes, Lord.
Indeed, we are. But today we are reacting to how good was Samuel Eto'o. Actually, I'm pretty sure I pronounced it right. Wolf, don't say, oh, yeah, you pronounced it wrong. I won't hear nothing. But I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing it right. They probably going to say how it's pronounced in the video. But if you're new to my channel, make sure you're liking the video and subscribing. If you haven't already subscribed, then make sure everybody's locked on my channel, even pets. But other than that, grab your food, your snacks, and beverage, and all things of that. 11-minute video, 24 seconds. It might be a 12-minute, 13-minute, 14-minute video. You feel me? But other than that, you finna get into the video and we finna see how actually good was Samuel Eto'o. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. But hey, let's get into it.
Of the many legends that have had the chance to play for Barcelona in the 2000s, there was one striker in particular who would always deliver goals when they were needed most. A man who, along with his team, helped groom a young Lionel Messi for success. But it seems like he's been a bit forgotten over the years, so we're here to remember his talent.
Yes, Lord.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy, Raymar, back again for another video, and today we're gonna look at how good was Samuel Eto'o. But before we start,
all right, so I say Eto'o. It's similar, you know, so I got it right. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to apologize for my voice right now because I'm pretty sick. So I hope you guys don't mind too much, and make sure you
we don't
take your
mind.
vitamins so you don't end up like me.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, Lord. Let's get to it.
As a 16-year-old, Samuel Eto'o would move to Real Madrid to begin his career training under their youth academy. But he was only allowed to train with Real Madrid B because he was still a minor. And since Real Madrid B were relegated to the third-tier Segunda Division B, where non-European players were being signed with Mallorca in his position in the starting lineup. You could say that Samuel Eto'o was kind of a late bloomer because it did take him a few years. He would also go a couple of seasons with barely any playing time before Mallorca decided to pick him up. In his first year with Mallorca, he would score 6 goals in 19 appearances, which isn't really bad for a 19-year-old, but at the same time, wasn't necessarily anything you would consider amazing. But still, that first year loan, any other player in the world who would please the fans more. Eto'o himself even said, "I like it here in Mallorca. I've always been well looked after and the fans appreciate me." Also, guys, keep in mind that a player's environment is very important towards their success, as we'll touch back on this later on. Eto'o stayed with Mallorca until 2004, where he would score 165 goals in 70 appearances.
That's nice.
Ultimately being the club's all-time leading goal scorer. But his club wasn't really successful, as they would only claim one piece of silverware title, in which he would score 2 goals in the final. In 2004, Eto'o's contract with Mallorca was coming to an end, and of course, he was a high priority target for many big clubs, specifically Barcelona and Real Madrid. Now, before we move on to his days with Barcelona, which is where I'm sure almost all of you guys really remember him from, just know that Papa Florentino Perez...
I'm just figuring out about him now. I'm just figuring, you feel me? I'm tapping in my football skills. I'm just figuring out who Samuel is now.
Over at Madrid was going on an absolute war against Barca to try and sign Eto'o, which I find pretty funny because he used to be in Real Madrid, but they just never gave him a chance, and now they really wanted him. So Eto'o would end up signing with Barcelona as he felt he would have a better environment there and already had a grudge towards Madrid, even though they were willing to pay him a lot more. In his first year with Barcelona, they would win the La Liga title, and he would score an impressive 29 goals in 45 appearances with a goal-scoring ratio of 0.65 goals a game. And fun fact, during Barcelona's end-of-season championship celebration, Eto'o was fined 12,000 euros for singing with the fans, saying, "Madrid, back, salute the champions." So yeah, the man really didn't like Real Madrid. And with that song, Eto'o would truly begin his legendary career.
Getting fined for that is pretty crazy, but I could see where they found him at. You feel me? I can see where I found him at. But I don't know how much he was getting paid, but that was probably light change for him. But at the end of the day, he still got fined, you know?
season with Barcelona would be the best performance of his career. He would score a monstrous 34 goals and have 10 assists in 47 games, winning the La Liga Golden Boot and helping his club win almost every title there was. They won the La Liga title, the Spanish Super Cup, and the Champions League title, in which he also scored in the final, ultimately completing the treble. But as we all know, 2005 was the year of his teammate Ronaldinho, as he was the Ballon d'Or winner for that year, while Eto'o ended up in 10th place, which is a bit sad as he was voted UEFA's best forward of the year, was placed in his second consecutive FIFA World 11, and won a historic third consecutive African Player of the Year award. In the 2006-2007 season, Eto'o would have his worst season for Barcelona, scoring 13 goals in 28 games, which isn't even bad at all.
Not bad, but
considered great for any other player, but decent by Eto'o's standards. The sad part was that in the beginning of the season, Eto'o suffered a ruptured meniscus on his right leg, which kept him out for a few months. In the 2007-2008 season, Eto'o would again miss out on a lot of games after re-aggravating his meniscus injury, but despite that, he still played really well for the amount of time he had on the pitch, scoring 18 goals and getting 4 assists in 28 games.
Pretty solid.
Enough, he would score a hat-trick in just 23 minutes, which is the fastest by any Barcelona player in history. Then, just 2 games later, he would score 4 goals in a single half against Real Valladolid, which is absolutely ridiculous. Finally, in the 2008-2009 season, on his last year with Barcelona, Eto'o would have his highest scoring season for the club with 36 goals and 9 assists in 52 games. Barcelona would win the league title, the Copa del Rey title, and the Champions League title, where he would 130 goals in 199 appearances. Having a goal-scoring ratio of points would also lead his club in scoring for 4 out of the 5 years that he played.
That's good.
So in 2009,
y'all know what it is.
Eto'o would move on to Italy, where he would also have a...
When they hit it with the head, I don't know the specific word for that. I know I heard of it before, but it can't just come to my mind, you feel me?
Legendary career playing for Inter Milan. In his first year, he would have 16 goals and 9 assists in 48 games, which wasn't the best by Eto'o standards, but was still good. And his team would go on to win the Serie A title, the Italian Super Cup, and the Champions League title, making Samuel Eto'o the only player in history to win 2 consecutive trebles with 2 different clubs. In the 2010-2011 season, Eto'o would have another monster year with 37 goals and 15 assists in 53 games, making it the highest goal-scoring season of his career. Eto'o would also be Serie A's top goal scorer, and his club would again win the league title, the Italian Super Cup, and the FIFA Club World Cup. After having such success with Inter, the media started to make this sort of narrative that compared Eto'o to Zlatan, as they were involved with that trade a couple of years back. And I guess Eto'o kind of took it a bit personally because he felt like he had something to prove. He would go on to say, "I'm Samuel Eto'o and I don't want to compare myself to anyone. I believe the victories I've earned up to now can contribute to giving the right value to my name." With Inter Milan, Eto'o would score 53 goals in 102 appearances, scoring just a bit under .52 goals a game. I personally consider this last year with Inter Milan to be Eto'o's end of his prime, because he would be turning 31 years old and was headed to the Russian Premier League to play for Anzi Makachkala. And I hope you guys don't roast me on the comment section for completely butchering that pronunciation, because
see, I'm with you. I'll be pronouncing wrong things too when I watch these videos, but I'm learning the soccer, not soccer, but the football names, you feel me? So I mispronounce some words, you feel me? But hey, we do it sometimes, you feel me? We do it here and there, but I'm learning. I'm trying to tap in my football knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
As I normally get called out for all the bad pronunciation I have. Kind of going off topic right there, but yeah, in the 3 years he spent with the club, he would score 36 goals in 73 appearances, which is averaging just under 0.50 goals a game.
It's pretty good though, right?
Scoring 1 goal almost every other game he played. After that, he'd have a couple of seasons in the Premier League playing for Chelsea and Everton, where he did play well, but clearly was not the same player as he'd gotten much older. Eto'o would then bounce around different teams playing in Italy and Turkey before finally signing with Qatar SC in the Qatar League, which, fun fact, is also the same league where footballing legend Xavi is still playing. So no, surprisingly enough, Eto'o isn't retired, which is pretty crazy since he's still playing professionally at the age of 37, which just goes to show you how much passion and love Eto'o still has for the game of football. In his entire career so far, Eto'o would score 356 goals in 730 appearances, averaging 0.49 goals a game throughout those 21 years of playing. Eto'o is also widely considered to be one of, if not the greatest African player ever. He won the African Footballer of the Year a record 4 times, is the African League of Nations all-time goal scorer, and his country of Cameroon's all-time goal scorer as well. So I'm sure we'll all miss him when he finally does decide to retire.
A lot of
he really did have a legendary career.
Success in his life.
That's pretty much the end of the video. Sorry it took a while to upload this. I just recovered from the flu, so my voice is a lot better now, as you can tell. So I hope you guys didn't really mind my congested voice too much.
I didn't mind.
I appreciate all the patience.
Appreciate you making a video.
If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like, as it really does help support my channel.
Y'all heard him.
And if you're new and want to see more videos like this, make sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. So I hope you guys enjoy the holidays, and I'll see you in the next one.
All right, Josh Mafia, that's the end of the video of how good was Samuel Eto'o. Actually, Eto'o, I was pronouncing that shit right, yeah. Y'all was pronouncing shit right. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure, but Josh Mafia, if you made it to the end of the video, as he said, make sure you liking the video and subscribing if you haven't already subscribed, and make sure everybody's locked on my channel. Even your pets need to be locked in. And let me know any other footballers you want me to react to, or any videos in general that spark your interest. Maybe they might spark my interest, and I'll do some research and I'll react to them, you feel me? But other than that, I have a lot of videos I need to edit, react to, etc. Gaming wise and reaction wise and all the things of that. But if you don't see like a certain video, or like me uploading a certain sport or something that you are interested in, that's all I ask. Just watch my videos and just support me. That's all I ask. You don't gotta do nothing else. I'll just ask for amazing support. Honestly, that's all I want. But other than that, Josh Mafia, my goal is to build a big community of brothers and sisters, which I call Josh Mafia. It doesn't matter if you're on a planet, Jupiter, Mars, a different country, different state, town, city, etc. You feel me? But I'll see y'all in the next video. Love y'all, Josh Mafia.
Dreaming, talking.